The first blind person I met was my own daughter. I didn't understand why she wouldn't look at me. I didn't understand why she startled whenever there was a loud noise. I couldn't read her signals. Eliza needed occupational therapy, she needed physical therapy, but she was also legally blind, and that affects everything. And I found that there is such a thing as early intervention. Here in Indiana, early intervention is called First Steps. And what the vision services were that you would get referred to the School for the Blind, where you would meet a teacher who might come to your house maybe once a year, if you're lucky. Well, I needed somebody to teach me every week how to help my kid learn to eat, how to encourage her to crawl, how to teach her about the whole world. So I started to research, and I found visually impaired preschool services in Kentucky. They have a state-of-the-art preschool now, and we walked into the door at VIPS, and I never wanted to leave. It was the difference between night and day. It was the difference between in Indiana being told, well, your kid just is not going to get those services, to here's an entire preschool, a state-of-the-art preschool with a whole staff of teachers of the visually impaired, and orientation and mobility, and a resource library, and a sensory room. You could not have pried my fingers off the door to get me to leave. So eventually I did have to leave, but I drove home thinking, okay, I will make this work. So I drove Eliza every week for 2 years to get her to VIPS so she would have the multi-sensory early education that she needed. How do we make this happen in Indiana? VIPS said, okay, we'll back you. You can be our first out-of-state office in Indiana, as long as you approach Indiana and you tell folks, look, we have to build this office here, we have to sustain this office here.
I was able to retire after 36 years at the Indiana School for the Blind in order to have an opportunity to work with Rebecca so that we could work together to improve services for young visually impaired children here in Indiana. A lot of them have what you would call low vision. They have significant vision loss. They can see maybe light, or they can see where objects are, or they can see to reach for something, but they don't have enough vision to survive in a normal, say 5 years from now, in a normal classroom environment.
And vision loss is a huge deal in terms of learning. You're going to learn as much as 85% of what you learn in your entire life, you learn in the first 3 years. In August of 2011, we had 7 families. In about 2 years, I think she's seen about 70 in 17 different counties. We have not turned any family away.
VIPS helps families connect with other families in a number of ways. Connecting with other families make it so that you're not alone anymore. The child will feel competent, will become independent. The parents feel competent. It's a win-win. That's what early intervention is. It's a win-win.
Anywhere between 250 to 300 families. These are children under the age of 3. They're not served by the public school system until they turn 3. If we don't serve them and they're blind, they're not getting served. They're not getting early intervention targeting visual impairment. These are children who matter. These are families who matter.
I'm so glad I'm here, so glad I'm here, so glad I'm here every day. So glad I'm here, you know, I'm so glad I'm here. I'm so glad I'm here every day. I'm gonna sing while I'm here, sing while I'm here, sing while I'm here every day. Sing while I'm here, gonna sing while say